All right, I met Heimendorf, as I said, in '56 at Philadelphia at the International Congress, introduced by the other famous hereditary aristocrat of Austria in anthropology, and that was my professor, Heine Kellner. And I have rarely met a nicer man. Now, I've said some bad things about Leach and about Needham, two people whom I respect greatly. I think Leach somewhat more. But Heimendorf deserves a great deal of respect and praise, not only because he was such a delightful person, nobody knows that better than you, but because he was a man who all his life continued to grow intellectually. I mean, look, here's a man comes out of the old Kulturkreis school out of Vienna, becomes an anthropologist, works in India and Nepal and so on. He ends up in the anthropological chair at SOAS and so on. And you know, a lot of, well, you do know, again, nobody knows better than you, Alan, a lot of his latter-day work. Let's take the American Morals book, which I've recently written an article about in a book that's just come out. That was a piece of perfectly excellent modern social anthropology. He didn't dig in his heels and say, I'm still an old-fashioned cultural historical anthropologist. He gave that up. He learned from the new places he was in the new work. He did he continued to grow intellectually, as I said, and one of the kindest men I've ever met. You know, I'd show up in London and, oh, well, Lehman, oh, you're here, good, will you attend my seminar? It might be, let me introduce you to, always this way. You remember, he'd always slick his hair back. I forget if it was the left or the right hand, I disremember. And it was always one, I just don't know, it was the left hand. It was the left hand. And, you know, I mean, apparently sincerely pleased to see someone, and, you know, well, what can I do? Let me introduce you to this person. Oh, I really want to talk about... Incredible. And incredibly productive when you consider all the places he did field work, and in each of those places making a series of major contributions to the ethnography, not only descriptive but analytical. You can't beat it. You really can't.